So basically I've designed this post myself to highlight whatever is going on in our country which is bad for our environment, for our animals. Basically I think recently you must have heard there was a huge number of killings of dogs in Anuradhapura, which is a very holy city in our country, right? And also a massive number of this hazardous waste is released to ocean, all the waters, so they are getting contaminated, and this is not stopping. Day by day it's growing up in numbers, right? All our ecosystems, I think we won't have any future. Basically not us. You can see our youngsters, even they would not have any future at all. So we have to act right, change the law. We highly emphasize our lawmakers, authorized people, not just to laugh at these basic matters, right? They can see them very clearly. Why can't they act on these things, right? So we highly request, it is high time we do something, otherwise we are going to lose everything, right? Even in Colombo you can see we don't have much trees around, right? RIP everything. You saw, I think, right? So basically as concerned citizens, we should save some future for these youngsters, not only for ourselves. So that's what I would say.
Are you all my personal?
I came here because I have been a nature lover since I was like really young. So I've always had sort of like a very close sort of love for the natural world, like watching nature documentaries, wildlife stuff and all that. So when I just realized that this is happening, and it's sort of coming here, like thought, so it speaks with the work as well. So I'm a wildlife artist, I'm a paleo artist, so that's kind of been my focus for a very long time. It's like depicting the natural world, like lost or where it's like still like what we have right now. And in terms of destruction of what we got, so agriculture on like a mass scale is obviously really destructive because you're losing and just clearing away acres upon acres of forest, right? And you're not giving that the lost land chance to grow back. And through that, you're also just reducing the popular homes, home rangers of so many species, including endemic ones that have made these forests their homes, because we are a biodiversity hotspot, and these creatures and these plants have adapted to live in very small areas. They're very specialized creatures. And what happens, like even if you take down just one tree, one large old tree, you could destroy the habitat of hundreds of species that have just been, adapting themselves to live in that single ecological space and their own. And you're destroying like a number of ecological niches as well. So what you're doing is basically you could probably be eradicating like even a small species of insect or like that hasn't been discovered yet that could have a very vital part to play in the ecosystem at large. So it's basically doing like a lot of damage on all counts, both to the people living in these areas who have been living in forest and rural settlements and have learned to sort of coexist with nature, and also just doing damage to just the creatures and the plants that have been adapting in these environments for just millions of years. So that's two various things that you're doing by clearing forests on this scale.